Hello, once again. My name is Darrell Lang, chaplain at Brittany Point Estates in Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Walking through our Brittany community during the current COVID outbreak, it's not unusual for me to see the big screen TVs tuned to one of the 24/7 news channels, Fox, CNN, or MSNBC. Inevitably, there's the reporting of the latest outbreaks or hotspots where the virus is active. On the right of the screen is often shown the statistics, those number of cases diagnosed in the US or around the world, along with those numbers of those who have perished from this horrible disease. I realize that it is a news outlet's responsibility to report the news, but I think it's also our responsibility as viewers of that news to use wisdom on how much we consume that news. A steady diet of the negative and the tragic will have its consequences. In the Hebrew scriptures, Proverbs 17:22 says, "A joyful heart enhances healing, but a broken spirit dries up bone." Again, we're not saying that we shouldn't be informed. We're talking here about a more judicious use of what we see. And I think that that proverb is also addressing the question about the content of our conversations with our friends over a meal as well. So if we put emphasis on the tragic and negative, the proverb says that we will be or have a physical cost. Sleepless nights in worry might be one of those physical costs. One pastor wrote, "Mercy and generosity make bad news." Sad to say, that's probably true in many places. It's akin to those 87,000 safe flights that crisscross the United States on an average each day. With one of those flights, one of those airlines that crashes, there's often panic and endless analysis on the news, and then people become reluctant to fly. Now, that one crash is tragic. Of course it is. But a steady diet of tragic can leave us with the thought that all of life is tragic, and that thought can debilitate us and paralyze us. It can literally dry up our bones. As we enter the 6th month of the COVID outbreak, may we meditate on the first half of the proverb, which says, "A joyful heart enhances healing." May we see that our God, in the midst of the many challenges that we are facing, is indeed working and active. We are seeing God raising up courageous staff who work long hours to keep us safe and healthy. Their sacrificial love is a daily occurrence in our communities. We also see residents going the extra mile, offering encouragement and prayers to their neighbors. Being alert to all of that should bring us a measure of joy, and that joy is just the tonic we need in these times. Here at Brittany Point, I often use the quote I heard many years ago. That quote is, "The biblical story is a series of victories disguised as disasters." The cross is one of those seeming disasters, but resurrection follows. We put our faith not in outward changeable circumstances. We put our faith in the one who, for the joy set before him, went to the cross on our behalf. And so, may that be the news that we consume each day. God bless you. Thank you for listening.